Absolute dynamite. Oh my goodness.
AHMED IFL TV MTK Global. You can see the other Edward brother is getting interviewed as well.
Shout out to Head Movement TV.
Yep, big shout out to Momo and Charlie over there. How have you been, Sonny?
Yeah, been all good, you know. I'm my happiest when I'm in training in camp and got something to look forward to.
Damn, I thought you was going to say I'm happiest when I'm talking to you.
Yeah, and how are you, Mr. I've seen your nights out in Vegas. How are they?
What nights out?
What nights out? Your eyes are wide open.
What?
Everyone's seen your Insta live. You're Insta famous now.
Right, picking this back up because I just had a sort of revelation to me. Okay, Marcel Braithwaite. It's good to see an opponent actually from the UK fighting yourself, and someone who's going to give it a bit, I think, because we've heard him say a few words, and yeah, it's not another Mexican, South American, although those guys have been giving me good work, and
yeah, and you learn a hell of a lot from them.
Do you feel like you're a world level fighter even though you're fighting for the British?
I thought I was a world level fighter when I was like 14, you know what
I
I mean?
mate.
I'm big-headed. But yeah, don't get me wrong, I haven't proved it. Like, I haven't proved I'm world level
But
fighter.
you don't need to prove.
But I feel like I can operate it.
Yeah.
I feel like there's not someone at flyweight, super flyweight in the world that you could chuck me in and I'll be completely out of my depth. I'm not saying I'm beautiful.
Apart from Charlie.
Fuck him.
He's fighting at bantamweight anyways next, isn't he? So?
I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think he's looking to have his comeback at like bantamweight and see what he's, because he's a big lad and he's in good shape now, and he's in, like he's close to the welterweight. I mean, yeah. I forgot what you were saying to me.
Boxing like South American and stuff.
Yeah, no, definitely. They're hard 10 rounds and you can't switch off because they're just tough. Basic technically, but you know what you're going to get with most of them, do you know what I mean? And I feel like them rounds will land me in good stead for this. You know, I've done a few 10 rounders now. This is my first 12 rounder. I feel like I've never been tired at any of my fights. I don't feel like I've ever looked gasping for air. Like, I'm usually fresher in the last couple rounds than I am in the middle rounds, you know what I mean? So I think I've got the fitness there. I know I have. I've done the rounds time and time again. I'm just looking forward to having it off and getting that British title, to be honest.
Who's better on the pads, Dalton or Grant?
I think Dalton's learnt everything he knows of Grant. Grant's still the master. You don't show the apprentices everything, you know what I mean? That's the first time me and Dalton have ever done pads together.
Oh really? Yeah. Look quite natural, to be fair. So.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's like, you know all the shots because they're drilled into us. And he's a decent little pad man, yeah.
Marcel Braithwaite, we don't really know much about him. He hasn't had huge exposure in the UK. What do you make of him as a fighter?
He's decent, quite slick, quite tough, but I just think I'm that couple of levels above him, and I think the golfing class will show. I mean, he hasn't showed up today, so
he had a car accident apparently.
Let's hope he shows up on the 21st.
Have you seen his comments about him?
Yeah, to be fair, we spoke privately. It's just all fun and games, you know what I mean? And do you know what I don't want to use the word admire, but I can't really find a better one right now in my head. But I admire the fact that he's realised the opportunity and he's seizing it, because, as I've alluded to before, there's 3 fighters at our weights that are fighting on TV regularly. My brother, Carrier Fire, and me. So to get onto the TV platforms, there's only so many fights, you know what I mean, you can take. And obviously he's not going to fight my brother, he's not going to fight Carrier Fire, you know, a world champion now, a former world champion, you know what I mean? So he's taken the opportunity, and I feel like he did an interview on some platform, and he just seemed a bit like he was grateful for the opportunity, which is fair, do you know what I mean? And it is what it is, and he's the first of hopefully many of these British that want to come over, because, you know, when you're boxing on those small hall shows, you're not getting paid very much. No, I know roundabout ballpark what he's been getting paid for these title fights, and he's getting paid very well for this. So I know what he's getting paid. He's gotten paid more than I got from when I boxed Ryan Farrow. Yeah, by quite a bit more as well. Not because of his Marcel Braithwaite, because he's boxing me. You know what I mean? So that makes it easier in the future to keep making these good fights. Now they're getting to a point where they can offer him good purses to be the opponent, then it should be a more of an attractive fight for them. But all I do know is I could have boxed anyone over 10 rounds and earned the same money that I'm earning for him over 12. I didn't bitch or I want a couple more rounds. You know what I mean? I just wanted this fight to be made for the British title. So I've sort of picked him, do you know what I mean? So you should be thankful for the opportunity, to be honest.
All right, Floyd.
Yeah, no, it's being serious. Obviously, we're not talking about Floyd money, but I'm talking in my contract. I could have fought anyway. I could have handpicked an opponent, you know, one of these, from anywhere, like my last couple. You know what I mean? So I could have picked one like that, defending my international titles. Nah, I want. Do you know what I mean? I want a British fighter, and I believe the exposure that fighting a British fighter in the British title is worth. You know, not arguing over a few grand to sort of for the round. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think next year you'll be able to prove that you're world class?
Win this British title, then I want to win it outright. Like, really do. And I know there's a few people that are sort of saying they'll fight me next year.
But what if a world title or a European title opportunity came about?
Of course. And hopefully I wouldn't have to leave my British behind to do that. I don't want anyone else to have it. More than I want.
But you might be in a situation if you do get that world title, you can't face your mandatory, and then you might have to vacate.
Yeah, of course. But I have to cross that bridge when it comes to it. You know.
That's a long way away, to be fair.
I think we're looking at the end of 2020 for a world title shot. This might delay that a little bit into 2021, but as long as I win and keep winning, then I'll be there sooner rather than later. Like, I had meetings over in Dubai. We could have had a world title shot for this fight. Like, we could have. And but there's certain reasons why they want to give me 12 months. You know what I mean, and just get a few more learning under my belt. Even though I say I'm ready, and they know I'll bite their hand off at it, but you pay your management for good reason, and you pick a good management team for good reason, and I personally believe what I have in MTK is the best in the game. And you know, who deals with me directly, Anton, I think he is such a shrewd and smart man that I'll listen to what he says, you know what I mean, and I do listen to what he says and what the team says, and I've been looked after as well as I physically could have been.
Could create a bit of history if you bagged that British title. Obviously, your brother had it when he was at Superfly, so
yeah, the last person to hold it.
Last person to hold it. It will stay in the family.
Stay in the family, yeah. I'll hold it for longer than he did. Where is he?
He's over there.
Isn't it?
He's still rocking that hair, isn't he? Oh my God.
Yeah. I feel like it's normal now. I feel like if I saw him without that hair, I'd feel like he looked weird.
You see him every day, probably. So.
Still got the veneers in as well. Could do it getting mine done, couldn't I?
What?
I could do it getting mine done, couldn't I? Mine would cost too much.
How much did they cost? Yeah, I was going to
ask.
Charlie, how much did your teeth cost?
Absolutely nothing.
What?
The power of Instagram.
No.
Yeah, it's social media influencer room. Do you think all these holidays he's been on, he's paid?
Do you feel like you're one of the main guys on BT now? We've got Dubois, we've got Warrington, Liam Williams, Arthur Sharp, yourself.
At my weight.
No, but I don't mean it your way. I mean...
Well, all I do know is, at the British Board Award ceremony thing, they had a page, Frank Warren page, well done to all the fighters, and I was one of the, say, 10 fighters.
That's what I'm saying.
10, 12 fighters, I was one of them.
No,
I was the smallest one in the corner, but I was one of them.
I feel like now, when you look at the BT fighters, obviously Tyson's doing this thing with ESPN. I know he fights on BT in the UK, but it's late at night. Billy Joe's gone. You've got Josh Warrington, Dubois, Liam Williams, yourself, Archie Sharp, really.
Yeah. And I do believe so. And then for the sort of the ground I've made up, at the weight I've made up, and at the age I am, and for what I fought for, really, all the sort of the international titles and that, I feel like I've built up quite a good little reputation. That when you see Son Edwards gets added to a card, you're not questioning whether it's going to be on TV or not. You know what I mean? I think that's a good position to be in, because obviously 6 fights ago that wasn't the case, and I feel like every time I've fought, I've had good reviews, good viewings, not been boring fights. Sometimes the crowd gets a bit subdued, but I think that's more down to the pattern of the fight being quite similar, because even though I'm hitting them a lot and making them miss a lot and there's flashy stuff, it's like, you know what I mean, I'm not the biggest puncher in the world, so it's not like on edge of the seat stuff, but people that enjoy boxing tend to enjoy watching me fight.
Come a long way.
Come a long way, I just had my debut in what I can only describe as like an industrial unit in Spain.
In Spain?
In Spain, Estepona. Had Albert Araktian, the Iceman, in my corner. Tommy Stalker doing the stall, even though I don't sit down. Spit bucket. Yeah, come a long way.
Okay, Sonny Edwards, thank you very much for your time. Best of luck ahead the British title fight against Marcel Braithwaite. Cobblebox 21st, live on BT. If you ain't got a ticket, but get a ticket anyways, you got time. And, anything you want to add?
No, just
shout your sponsors.
Yeah, I mean, all my sponsors, look at my kits. I've got quite a few of them. Will be here all day.
Go on.
You want me to go through them? No, if I forget one now.
Main ones.
All right. Main ones, Copper Jacks. They're my biggest sponsor. Johnny and his lovely family. They do so much for me. Come to all my family events and that. They're wicked people. Simon Lawley from GoPack. Graham Heward from Rapid Response. President's Club as well, which you always see me donning. Always. You'll never see me dressed in anything else.
Oh, that's all them photo shoots you've been doing.
Yeah, look. President's Club.
Nice.
I like it though, you know.
No, it's smart gear. Very nice.
Did you see my mad trousers for the Lee McGregor fight? I was in these mad trousers.
No. Oh, how was that, by the way? A bit obviously controversial. Some people had.
Hold on, let me get through the rest of my sponsors.
All right,
Otherwise,
mate.
we're not going to come back. I'm going to miss them. Then you've got Shire Electricals, Tanya and Millen. Who else? Dean, from Empire. They provide all my tape and sponsor me. And it's kind of two sponsors in one because they kind of swatch their logos. Avio and Aurelia, Supermax. Johnny and the team down there, they will look after me and they keep me in full time. And it's a massive difference. You know, I've got no money troubles. You know what I mean? So.
Actually, get Dalton. Dalton, could you come in for this, please?
Lee McGregor.
We were just closing up, and he mentioned Lee McGregor. I think he was. Well, why did Lee even come up? What were you saying?
Oh, my trousers.
Your trousers that you were wearing. I did. I watched on the stream. I did see your trousers.
President Club.
Brave.
President Club, see? President Club.
Okay,
Sponsored
big shout out
by
President Club. Obviously, a bit of controversy after that fight. A lot of people had cash for winning. Your thoughts on it?
I thought it was a very close fight. I used to have Lee edging it by 1, maybe 2 rounds. But we was confident in the corner. Like even when the last bell went, my dad asked me how it went, and I said I've got Lee up just.
Okay.
I had it 114, 113.
So close again.
Of course it was close. Like, but the thing is, even the people that screaming robbery still had it by like 1 round, 1 point. It's like that's what pisses me off about boxing. Like, don't get me wrong, I haven't watched the full fight. The Callum Smith card, everyone's saying I shouldn't be 117, 111. Fair enough. But then when you're saying, all right, 115, 113, that's a close fight. And if you just, it's
yeah, what is a robbery now?
Oh, I don't know.
I think as soon as someone calls robbery, everyone jumps on the bandwagon.
But yeah, for me, I had Lee up. Do you know what? After a week of the fight, I could have remembered exactly what rounds I had, but it's been a couple of weeks now, I can't really remember.
You was
but
looking at me every round.
Every round, but you could just see everyone that we was near had Lee, like the similar scoring to me.
Do you think Lee will give Cash a rematch down the line? Not next.
I don't think it needs to happen next. I think
no, not next, but like maybe 3 or 4 years when they're earning more money for a bigger title.
I think the rematch will definitely happen, and I think Lee now pushes on to maybe a European title. The French kid that helped Charlie sparring, Karim Guerfi, he said about making the fight, so that could be it. I don't know. Karim's very experienced. Maybe that'll play a factor, but Lee's a great fighter. And he loves to fight. That's his problem. He sometimes he abandons all his like technical side of things and just wants to get involved in a scrap. And I remember bollocking him after the Cash Farouk fight because there was times when he was just throwing, letting his hands go. It was thing, but he was meeting him there. Where Cash is so much smaller and compact and can do all the lateral movement, he's finding body shots where your dynamics aren't built to do and fight how you fight. But he came out of it. He got the win. If people want to be upset about it, they can be upset. It was a very, very close fight. The scorecard showed a very close fight, but people cry on robbery, man, over anything. Like, if it's a close fight, it's opinions, isn't it?
Was your dad happy with it?
He was happy with it, but we knew it was going to be a close fight. Well, you know, we got the win, and that's all that matters.
I'm sure it was a big night out as well after.
Yeah. Fair, because I'm in camp, I stepped out to the little MTK after party for about...
District?
Yeah, for about an hour, and then me and my missus, we went home to bed.
Okay, we'll leave it at that.
Just
then,
to
right?
Stayed in the same room as Dalton, so we had a threesome when we got home.
Okay.
It's not PG this interview, is it?
No, it's definitely
That's
not PG on
headline,
ISL.
There is
but,
when Sunny's on.
That's the headline.
Okay, cool. I can't make your headline for your workout Raw Power today.
I know you're not going to be like, what's he think about
To be
AJ
fair,
and Ruiz?
No, to be fair, you were savage in the bag earlier, so.
Raw Power, smashing the bag.
Yeah.
Smashing the bag.
Cool.
With my new trainer, Dalton Smith.
Cheers, boys. Nice one. Thank you.